You got me singing in my head when I dream about you dancing. I needed to do a little outfit change. You got me singing with the bass. My love for you is endless. I know it was really rough to fight, and I hope we can find our love tonight. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back and sticking through. Oh, hi, Casey. Hi, Joni. Hi, Miranda. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. So had to throw. Look, guys, I gotta bleach the mop soon. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Look at these gloves. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't. Okay, so hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to episode 15. LARA FM is kicking on through. Here we are. Welcome back. I'm getting back in this flow. The therapy of this is amazing. It's really good. It's teaching me a lot. It's making me reflect on things. It's making my cats and dogs reflect on things. They're playing right now. So if they get too loud, somebody in the chat, let me know. Like, yeah, Lara, we can hear them playing. Put them on mute. Wow. Okay, good. Thank you guys for being here. I feel like this will be a cute little extra, sort of maybe a quick one, but also it's just going to show. I'm going to start with leaving the Sea Org. This is episode 15, leaving Clearwater and coming into the outside world, the WOG world that Scientology would like to call it. That's what was programmed into our brains to call. So I did choose to put the outside world so that we are trying to just let people know what the reality of it is. So we're leaving our planet of Scientology world, LARA FM, going into the outside world. And yes, if you guys are here in the chat with me, I freaking I opened up a new tab. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. I appreciate it so much. And I feel like I'll be able to stick in this time. I feel like I am getting better, like seeing the comments and also holding a thought, keeping a train of thought. So yeah, thank you. Yes, Miranda Brinker. Hi, honey. And we're back. I love that. Oh, I love you, Joni. Thank you. Cheers to all y'all here. Thank you so much for sticking through and listening and being here with me and being my little SPTV Sweetie Pie community friends. Thank you so much. Miranda, thank you. Looking extra hot and spicy. Don't get it twisted. You know, a girl can get real pretty sometimes. I just can't get enough with these gloves. Like, I feel like elegance, you know? Okay. Hi. Okay. Beans Brown, you seem happy and energized tonight. I don't know. I guess I am. I do have off tomorrow, and I'm going to also be possibly filming a video, I don't know, we don't know yet, but not a live stream, but I'll be doing a video with Jenna Miscavige. I'm so excited. So I don't know when she'll be putting that out, but I am going to be talking with her tomorrow. So that'll be awesome. Hi, Jane. Cheers. Yes. Cheers. Goldie. Thank you so much, Sweetie Pie Angel Baby. I can't wait to officially meet you someday. That's going to be really cute. Give you a big hug and kiss. Yes, if y'all got that ganj or whatever, man, spark it up. Let's begin this moment. And like, I feel like, you know, I'm just with you. You're with me. I'm sharing some photos, and the only photos, I got to remind people, the only photos I have remaining. So hopefully I'll get more. And the more I get, and the more friends and people that start talking out will start sending me more photos and being more open. So this will be really cool to be able to reflect later on these videos and stuff like that. Cheers and puffs and all that before we jump into this delightful moment. Yeah, right, Jane? They're like leg warmers on my arms, and they are keeping me perfectly warm. And I also just feel like, goldenrod, the color of goldenrod comes from marigold flowers. So, and the fact that these are just like flowers, I just feel like totally in my goldenrod element. Okay, great. Thank you guys. What are you vaping? I have a glazed donut cart at the moment. Cutie from a poet, Brian Lucas. This is some nice little sativas. It's called Frost, but my other one has a little alien face on it, which I also love. I probably, unless they're sponsoring me, browse some, all you weed companies and stuff out there, hit me up. Love all y'all. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for supporting SPTV. And thank you so much for sticking in and kicking in. And make sure to like the like button so more people can start viewing and all that stuff. And then in the meantime, I'm going to try to get my act together as usual. And hold on, mute myself while I cough. Are we done? Nobody heard anything. I'm gonna try to do this. So I don't even know like where to begin in terms of photos. So if you guys just stick with me. Wow, what a beautiful, delightful drink. Okay. Hi. What hurt my beautiful voice? No. I've been smoking marijuana for 15 years. No, it's only helping my mind. I also do not smoke tobacco. I don't smoke cigarettes. I will only smoke tobacco once in a blue moon, for sure, for a ceremony, or if some native or somebody is blessing me with some tobacco, 100%. But like, and if whenever it comes to nicotine or a cigarette, absolutely not. No, thank you. And that's the only thing I found ever hurt my voice. I'm very good. I love edibles, Jane. Oh my God. I've got plenty of those. I love everything. I love everything Mary of the Jane and mushrooms of the psilocybin. Oh my God, I love this, guys. Look, I'm totally avoiding going to the pictures or talking about leaving Clearwater. I haven't even looked at some of these things. Like, actually, this is a good way to start it. I'm avoiding it all, but I want to. I do need to talk about it. I just need to start bringing it up. Okay, but I just also don't know where to start. I feel like okay. So when you leave the Sea Org, on the last episode that I was talking about, let me put my computer charger on before I forget in my train of thought. I was talking about the fact that they gave me a fitness board turn down, and you guys remember that? I was saying how they I think it's somewhere over here. But basically how they were just like, Lara or Megan Anderson is not qualified for the Sea Org. She violated leaving this. I should just pull it up. Hold on, guys. Bear with me, sweetie hearts, because I know it's just right here where I left off. And it's called, that's funny. I said sweetie hearts, and my Foxy dog thought I was talking to her. She's like, oh, are you talking to me, sweetie heart? No, honey. Bunches of oats. I was not. Fitness board turn down. That's what, look, I got it right here. Go keep track of this. Fitness board turn down is what they call it when you finally get approved, basically, to leave. A fitness board was called on Megan Anderson to review her qualifications for staff. Her files were reviewed and she was interviewed by the board. I don't even remember who the fuck was on the board. Such bullshit. Megan has requested to leave staff. This is the third time that she has done this since being a staff member. She has also violated HTOPL leaving and leaves by discussing this with other staff members. By the way, I mean, I know about that policy letter, so I was definitely like really trying to leave the Sea Org in the correct way. Like, there's no way that I was just already out and, I had no other viewpoint to look from an outside perspective when I have never been in the outside world. So it's just pretty crazy that, like, they're like, and she has violated this policy that L. Ron Hubbard has created, that you're not allowed to speak to another Sea Org member about wanting to leave the Sea Org, because what it does is cause mutual, or like maybe it'll get other people to maybe also want to leave, or whatever it is. Basically, it's a high crime, or whatever you call it in Scientology. And when you are leaving the Sea Org, you want to leave, you're not allowed to say that to anybody. But here's the tricky thing. I'm a minor. And by the way, I don't know what that means. And as a minor, being underage, I did not know what that meant. And if you've seen most of these episodes, you'll know. I did not know what that meant. I didn't know, even when the security guard told me, the reason we are not declaring you an SP is because you are a minor. And the only part I did remember was him going, and your mother has responsibility legally for you. And I was kind of like, okay, well, that sounds cool. Like, I mean, to me, that sounded like it was helping me. Like, I was like, oh, good. There's a chance that no matter what I might accidentally do, I might accidentally tell somebody something that I wasn't, or I might accidentally have done something that might have given somebody's, maybe they wanted, whatever. I might have made them want to leave the Sea Org, or whatever it was. Whatever it was. Anyways, so it's just crazy to me that I didn't even know that what he was talking about. And here I am fully understanding it now, going like, this guy didn't even inside doesn't even know the person that he's talking to, or threatening that you're going to be, excommunicated or declared a suppressive person where you no longer can speak to your mom and dad. He's using the threat. So here during this time, so let me just explain this. I was leaving the Sea Org, and to leave, you have to go through this whole process of leaving, which obviously they have shown that I have tried to leave staff multiple times. Several handlings, it says here, she has violated HOPL leaving leaves by discussing this with other staff members. Several handlings have been done with her, including ethics handlings and sec checking, but she has not wavered from her decision to leave. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the third time that she has done this since being a staff member, which means this is the third time that I've done this since leaving the Int Ranch and joining the official Sea Org in Clearwater. So it's where was I going with that? Oh yeah, by discussing this with other staff members. The main person that I can definitely say, okay, I definitely went out of my way to tell this person that I was leaving the Sea Org, and they are a staff member, and I did violate that policy. So then at a certain point, I felt, okay, I should be getting declared because I did tell that person. But what I guess, okay, so this person is my mother. I was told, well, you need to contact somebody, you need to figure out your arrangements without interpolating anybody. And I was like, all right, I'll just call my mom and say, hey mom, I got approval to leave, and now I need to figure out arrangements to go. So I had called her, and anyways, so then like a day later I got in trouble. I got threatened. Okay, you're getting a non-interpolation order, which is basically if you get one more report written on you, it doesn't matter where it's from, who it's from, or anything, of causing interpolation, then you get declared an SP. So here I am being threatened by this guy saying you're a minor and that's the only reason we can't declare you a suppressive person. But yet it's just like, discussing this with my own mother was one of the reasons I got the non-interpolation order, because, I called somebody, my mother, to discuss how I was going to leave. And that means I was telling her I'm leaving Sea Org. So fucking ridiculous. Anywho, I just wanted to throw that in there. But okay, so yeah. I think we brought that up. So that was the Sea Org turndown. That's what I finally, and when I was reading this, by the way, yeah, it has this like whole long thing. When I was reading this, I was so happy. I was like, oh, this means that I was approved by the group to leave, saying like, she's violated all these things. And then when I saw the steps of what I had to do to come back, you see those steps. Paid freeloader debt, full ethics handling with a qualified MAA ethics officer, ethics specialist course. I was like, oh, good. That means these are the things I would have to do to come back in, or if I was never going to join the Sea Org, which I knew I wasn't even at that point. I was like, I think when I go out, I don't think I'm ever going to join the Sea Org. But if it was, and they were legit, and they were saying exactly what, like, if that was a thing, then I was ready to be able to do those steps to come back into the Sea Org. But I also was like, I don't think I'm ever going to join the Sea Org ever again, but I will definitely be a good, cool Scientologist, I guess. I don't know about that one. Okay, so I told you guys about that. That was the turn down. So I guess what I could show you are like some photos of me and my friends when I was couch surfing. And so some of these people were just like the main people that I was hanging out with while I was couch surfing. So some of the photos might be funny or whatever, or not make sense, but they make sense to me. And remember, these are the only photos I have. So if I have a random photo that's dorky or whatever, I don't know. I'm just saying it has a lot of substance or memories for me. Oops, I should not have closed that one. Okay, good. So yeah. Anyways, you guys know, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for, okay. So this is what I should do. This is what I should tell you guys. So when I left the Sea Org, one of the first things I did, because I was never allowed to do it, when I left the Sea Org, I had always had blonde hair. I think I started lightly bleaching and bleaching. Cause I do, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but I do actually, compared to this and the lighting, my hair actually looks so dark and brown, the roots. But the truth is when, even the front hairs do, these hairs are really blonde, by the way, guys. They just look brown because this is white. Anywho, you'll see there will be no dark roots tomorrow. But my hair naturally, it was really blonde, and I have really light blonde hair. I have like a mixture of hairs, but most of my hair is blonde. And hi, excuse me, Foxy, I'm on a live stream. Thank you. And so most of my childhood and everything, I always had these, like a lot of older adults and everybody always remember me as this child with bleach blonde hair and like dark eyebrows for some reason. My mom told me at one point that my high cheekbones and the dark eyebrows are from our great grandfather, who was Native Canadian Indian. And apparently I'm a 14th or something, or an 8th Canadian Indian because of that. Anyway, so that's fun. I'll hopefully do more research on that. But wow, getting to where I was going, that just, see how things just totally make me lose track. Now I'm thinking of my whole Native Indian side. And just being like randomly on a property my whole childhood on actual Native Indian ranch property. I just feel like that's such a weird connection, and how close, and the day that I found that out. Anyways, okay. So, that's what I was getting to. So when I left the Sea Org, I've always had this blonde hair, and my whole life it was blonde. And then even when I was in the Sea Org, like when I was 14, 15, I noticed some of my hair was getting darker, but I still had the blonde hair. But I don't know. It started getting browner and just not as white or something. And I remember like the Anderley Thompson and CC Frazier and these cadets would just bleach their hair as even cadets. And I was like, don't you have to get permission to do that? I was just like, I couldn't, you know what I mean? You don't know what I mean, but it was just like, I was like, oh, well, now that I'm officially in the Sea Org and I'm like an adult and not, you know, I'm only 14 or 15 at this time. It was 15 years old. I was like, oh, I can dye my hair. Anyways, so when I did it, my hair really was blonde, but when I did it, nobody noticed it that much as like a difference, or maybe some people, other Sea Org members, had already thought that I had dyed my hair all the time. Anyway, so that kind of was a cool transition where it was never like obvious that I had bleached my hair. But as I was getting to my point about all this, is that when I was leading the Sea Org, there was always this thing of like the control of that, of like, and when did you start bleaching your hair? Because then I guess after I'd left CMO and got demoted and all that, I started making it more bleach blonde, and I just had this like bleach blonde hair my whole, 15, 16, forever. I just had my bleached hair. But anyways, getting to what I was getting to, when I left like literally when my mom dropped me off from when I was leaving, I was on taking my flight to LAX, met my mom and Taryn Rinder, who was her buddy, to make sure everything went down smooth. They dropped me off in Eagle Rock with the Burpees, Lori and Tom Burpee and Brian Burpee and their son Brian Burpee and their other son, God, I forget his name, but he's in the Sea Org, I believe, still, and their young daughter, RIP, Jenny Burpee. I ended up being basically put as part of their family. Like, okay, you're gonna stay here and live here. Anyways, one of the first thing, and I think their daughter, their Chelsea, their youngest daughter, Lori and Tom's youngest daughter, Chelsea, was like really into dyeing her hair and like kind of, wore Dickies and was like more punk, more like whatever that was, like pixie punk or whatever. And I was like, I don't know what it was. I just chopped all my hair off and I buzzed it and I dyed it black. I dyed my hair black. And then I went and got my photo ID, because apparently that was the next thing I was supposed to be doing, was getting my photo ID, getting not a license, because I didn't even really know like how to get that or anything yet. So yeah, I'm going to show you that picture first. Okay, guys, here we are. Share the screen. So this is me, and this is when I had just left the Sea Org, and within like at least, I don't know, a month or 3 weeks. I mean, like 3 weeks or a month, maybe 2 months. That was me, and my friends were like, "Hey, take a picture." One of the friends that I was couch surfing on, and I had chopped all my hair off, and I dyed it black. This is the only time I've had any other hair color or any other anything. And I was 17. And look, I think I'm wearing like little cross earrings. I don't know. I was like definitely going through like a new phase of my life. Done with that. Moving on. And not even, because I still technically was like in Scientology. Like I knew the rules and everything of Scientology. Wow. They're those red Dickies. Okay. I don't know. So there you go. Only you guys get to see this version of me. Only on the YouTubes do we get to see this. So that, to me, I never thought was like crazy or anything. I just was like, this is my new world. I want to get away. I just thought like, I think I was just kind of like, I'm going to, fucking be whoever the fuck I want. And I don't even know what that is. So I guess, I relate to Britney when she, went off buzzing her hair and fucking chasing the paparazzis. It was like, yeah, that was me doing the same freaking shit. Okay, good. So that was a good starter. Okay, so then I'll share other photos of like friends. I guess these are just photos again of the only photos I have in my album at the moment, or whatever I do have left. But okay, so let's share. Like this was me later on with friends. In this photo, you can see Jason Spallino, this is so funny. If it's just funny to be able to be like, so yeah, anyways, here's Jason, and Jason Spallino was later on. There I am right here. See, there was a point here when I was, yeah, I wasn't dyeing my hair because I think I was trying to just be cute. Also, my hair might have been wet there. Anyways, Jason Spallino, later on, we were in a band called Little Red Radio, which we'll get to. But here in the back, you can see Carly Sarkovich. We're all having beers and eating dinner and hanging out. This is Caroline. Carolyn, I have not seen her in a minute. I wonder what she's doing, how she's doing. I remember me and her were in a car on the way to Las Feliz and on Las Feliz, and we were singing that do do do, and she was doing that and no, it was just so fun. I always remember that moment with her. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna show random little photos. I showed you my buzzed head. Great, that's good. Oh, here's like another photo. And these are just photos of people that when I again was couch surfing, and we didn't have cell phones that were like high-end cash, camera fashion, good quality like the iPhones and all that back then. So I think a lot of these were also just taken on like cameras, like our little disposable cameras. Anywho, so in this photo, there I am. So you can see my hair starting to grow out a bit from the buzz and my whatever. I've definitely plucked them, eyebrows. Those nice natural big bushy eyebrows. I was definitely going through my little phase. I was able to wear nail polish. I was very happy about that. This is my friend Plumie. I'm sure we were all just having a grand old jolly old time. Look, no shoes again. That's just funny. I guess there's Catherine with no shoes again. Our comfort zone. Okay, so here's Plumie. She was also a cadet at the Int Ranch. And then next to her is Arena. Her parents, I believe, and she is still in Scientology or connected. Definitely her parents. Her brother, Aaron Ehrlichman, was in Hollywood Undead. And later, not during this time though, this was earlier. Actually, no, it was during this time, I think. Anyways, that's Catherine Spallino. You know her from the Bad Cadet. Sorry if the picture is kind of blurry, but that was us. And I probably slept on this couch that we're sitting on multiple times, couch surfing. If it wasn't this, it was the next one. And so this is what we mean by couch surfing. These would be like our friends that we mutually knew from being in the Sea Org or in Scientology, and then or their parents. When we did leave, like Arena's parents, I don't think Arena was ever in the Sea Org, but her parents and Aaron's parents are hardcore Scientologists, and I still believe they definitely are still to this day. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, couch surfing. I'm just scrolling through some of these photos that I just popped up. That I want to show you. Some of them you can just kind of see like my little behavior at the time. Or just like who the friends and stuff that I had in this time. And the reason they were my friends, like the only reason I knew, okay, for example, like this is a funny photo. They're going to kill me for showing this photo. But in this photo is Plumie. And and here's Jason Spallino again. So Jason Spallino and Plumie knew each other, and there's Susie Flood, one of my dearest, bestest friends from the Int Ranch, and Plumie over here to your left, and Susie were both at the Int Ranch with me. At the same time we were in the Cadet Org, and then Jason Spallino and Ramiro right here, were in the Pack Ranch Cadet Org. So we were couch surfing, or we would, if somebody needed to sleep somewhere or something, I was either sleeping on Plumie's couch or Jason's, or Jason would have an apartment at one point, and I would, you know what I mean? And me and Jason were in a band. I already said that later, Little Red Radio. And then me and Susie, we were just besties. We were in Clearwater together. We were in the Sea Org together. And then Ramiro was in the Pack Ranch, and he's a cadet at the Pack Ranch. He knows all the Pack Ranch cadets and all that. So to couch surf would be just like crashing on another. It's not like we knew other people from the outside world. The only connections we had to be able to couch surf and take care of ourselves as we could, which was nothing, was pretty much relying on other Scientologists or people who were friends with people we knew in the Sea Org or in the Cadet Org that we grew up with, quote unquote, grew up with. I guess we grew up with them, whether it was bad or good. But anyway, so it's just pretty crazy that we were shipped out. You get shipped out from the Sea Org or the place that you were born and raised in your whole entire life, right? And then with no like real support. Like, what is the intention of sending somebody who only has one frame of mind, one way of knowing the world, and the rest of the world they're so feared and afraid of because that's what you were taught? If you go out there, you're going to get put on psych drugs. If you go out there, you're going to just start doing drugs. You're going to die. You're going to end up in a gutter and be a homeless person. They engrave this. Like, these are the things we're trying to clear the planet and help what we think we're dedicating our lives to doing. So we're like, oh, we're so bad that we're leaving the Sea Org to go be a part of this bad world, right? And then to be sent out with this frame of mind, knowing that OSA and everybody knows that they're sending out a minor who has been raised in this frame of mind their whole lives and giving them no support and sending them off with $500. I have raised more money for Scientology being a minor than the amount of money that they gave me to go off and figure it out on my own. $300 with your plane ticket. I mean, I'm not even complaining. And other people have had maybe it worse. But I am complaining. It's beside the point is what I'm getting to. It's just insane that the help flow, and not only that, okay, the help flow, there's no help flow. They don't want you to leave. They hope you do bad. They want you to not succeed. They want you to go on drugs. They want you to be homeless. They want you to die. If you're not going to be with them and you're not going to support your parents who are in the Sea Org, who you have been born and taught and told these, your future steps are this. If you don't do that, then we're mad at you and we're not going to support you and you're in bad standings and deal with it and, figure it out. So not only that, they don't help you with anything. They actually tell you you are not allowed to use any connections that you knew from the Sea Org. You're not allowed to work for any celebrities or anybody that you met from the Sea Org, or at least until you're back in good standings. So it's not like they were like, oh, well, we gave you all these other options. It was like, no, the only options that you were okay with OSA and Scientology and the Sea Org and my own parents was if I was working for a Scientology company or a Scientology, OT8 or somebody currently on the bridge or I wasn't allowed to just go pick a job that I wasn't allowed to know that I can go to school and get educated. And then use that education to go make money for myself in the future. There was no future thinking. It was just couch surfing. I was just relying on whatever friends I knew from the Sea or Scientology. I was afraid, honestly, to sleep on a non-Scientologist's couch. So imagine, I'm a young child, young teenager, not knowing the world at all, coming out. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to immediately drink beers. We're immediately going to have fun. We're immediately going to go to bars and play pool and have fun and laugh and do things we shouldn't and 2D flow and flirt. We're going to do it all. Like, are you crazy? Like, with no help. And then the only people we can rely on are people who were just in the similar situation that we're in. So our only example is to lead by anyway. So what I'm saying is we end up doing whatever we can, trying to keep afloat and still having fun, knowing like, oh my God, at least we're outside in this free world. We can wake up at any time we want. If I need to sleep in an hour, I can actually sleep in an hour. There, like, all these things are big deals for people when you leave this year. There's so much processing when you leave that you enjoy. A lot of people say they watch movies for a week straight. So I was probably couch surfing, watching movies and just being fun with people when they got off work, hopefully like cleaning their apartment or doing whatever I could, just enjoying my life. There was no support system for anybody leaving. They didn't want you to, like, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but like they didn't want you to do good. They don't want you to succeed unless you're in good standing with Scientology. So like fine, they're okay with you, you know, being a good celebrity or a famous person as long as you're definitely a hardcore Scientologist. Like, yeah, anywho. So there was no, you guys get what I'm saying. There was no like choices from the beginning. So I'm showing these pictures and they look silly, or maybe we're sitting there kind of like, or being, but these were the only times we weren't being forced, by the way, to be smiling in front of a camera at all times to have good PR. It was also our like time that you catch us like having a moment and like sitting on a couch and like, oh, we got it. We took this picture with our Kodak camera or whatever. Anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna show another picture. This is Diva. Her name is Diva. And this is so annoying. Diva is a sweetheart. She also obviously, this is me on the left, and this is Diva on the right. She is definitely still a hardcore Scientologist. She disconnected from multiple people who were on the Aftermath show, who were her best friends, who she grew up with in the cadet org. And she just, anyways, she was so sweet. She is so sweet. But I also know the grooming of what they do, of how they get you to believe that there's no way that I can, you know, be friends with this person if they're no longer a Scientologist, or if they're speaking about this life that we're having, you know, like, oh, anyways, these were just sweet little friends that you lose. These are the only people that we know. These are like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, she's definitely, Diva, I feel so bad for, I don't feel so bad for her. I just feel annoyed because she could, anybody can leave. Everybody can leave. But there's so many people that were so close to Diva specifically that she disconnected from immediately, or, you know, the moment they spoke something bad, the moment they said something bad about Scientology, about their childhood, about anything. And yet her own parents and mother and stuff weren't even in her life. Like currently, Stan, who's the money maker who was taking care of Susie, Diva and Stan, and I talked about this in another episode, but Diva was being taken care of by Stan Medley, who's the father of Susie Medley, and who also was taking care of Emily Armstrong, who are all in Dead Sarah. Diva has always been a supporter of Dead Sarah and everything, but they're all friends because they're all growing up together under the same roof. Aaron says this in his channel, all Scientologists know Scientologists. Like, especially if you're a public Scientologist and you're out in this world, you're going to know people like, oh, you're so-and-so got you a job and you're my nanny and da-da-da. So on that note, I'm also going to talk about certain things. While I was couch surfing, doing all this stuff, yeah, I was looking, we are trying to find a job. I mean, what does that mean? We don't know. How the fuck do we get a job? The only options we have are from Scientology businesses because that's all we know. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but that's all we know. So our outlet is, oh, you know, my friend is working at Delphi, or my friend is working at this other Scientology company, or my friend is a lawyer or I'm, you know, this lawyer needs an assistant and they're OT3, or, you know, this actor needs a nanny, or this daycare who's run by Scientologists need help, you know, dealing with the children, but they need somebody who knows, you know, good communication skills and how to treat children, and, you know, like through L. Ron Hubbard's ways of how to take care of children. So there were many jobs that I did through this, that leaving the Sea Org, you know, sleeping on couches, maybe paying whatever rent I could, $100 to sleep with my, you know, friend Susie on her bed in her apartment that her mom or her sister was helping. You know, there was just like none of us were actually given any sort of position to actually succeed and do well in life. There's no like real any, you guys get what I'm saying. Sending some as a child, a minor, and telling them they're a minor, and them and these adults knowing the legal rules and just go ahead and send them off and let them figure it out, wanting them to not succeed. I mean, there's so much against us. And here we are on YouTube fucking talking about this shit finally. Like, there was so much against us for so long, purposely. And the most sadistic thing is that it was done by the people that knew us the most, either our parents or people who knew our ins and outs from security checking, or OSA, who keeps track of your birth certificates, your passports, all your paperwork to even know what legal way to get out or to be out in the outside world you need these things. Like, there's just so much normal abuse that there's no way that L. Ron Hubbard's policies or his ways of expecting other Sea Org members and Scientologists to behave is legal. It's never okay. It doesn't even fucking make sense. None of it is caring. None of it is loving. None of it is legal. None of it is, it's all done under the agendas of other things. Oh man, I'm getting worked up, guys, here. Okay, yeah. See, this is what these pictures do. They bring up these relationships and things that are now no longer with us because we had to abide by other people's rules, and now they've been, or our friendships have been ruined, or people no longer talk to us, or they've disconnected from us because of these rules, because of Scientology's disconnection policies, and because of Scientology's all of their policies. Everything is so controlled about connection or love, or, you know, being able to go to my mother to tell her that I don't want to be a part of this organization or a part of this thing anymore. I want to be a Scientologist. I wasn't even allowed to do that as a child. So every step we take is, it's ridiculous to even think that any part of it was normal, like even okay for a normal human being. Every part was purposely not normal. Every part was purposely scheduled and purposely controlled, and the thoughts we were having, and when are we, and you know, oh, why are we making us question our own thoughts when we're having them, so that it doesn't even get out of line, out of control. So the fact that we're out here talking about this on the YouTubes, on the channels, and getting through this, and having breaks sometimes when we need to, and having breakdowns sometimes when we need to, is very freaking helpful and appreciative. All right, guys, I'm kind of getting exhausted. I mean, even just a few of these pictures, this is what I was like, kind of like, hesitant. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of the policies. I was talking to Janice, you know, on the live stream right before this, 11B. I know we're on 15, but go check out 11B with Janice. I was just talking to her about cadet policies and L. Ron Hubbard's behavior, and how all of this has just shuffled down into the current existing children of Scientology, the kids, the behaviors of why now that we're out, when we say it's not normal for security to tell you that you're not allowed to see your parents. What, like, why is that? Not why, I'm not asking. I'm saying it's so normalized to anybody in Sea Org or Scientology now, because they have been doing this since they were a child, or ever since they joined Scientology. Everything slowly gets groomed. Everything's slowly normalized. Everything. So by 20 years later, yeah, if you look at it like that, like, how could they be doing this? As we know, that's what grooming is. By the time you slowly get, by 20 years later, they can't even justify why they've been doing this for 20, 40 years. They can't. Because if they were to look at it in that perspective, they would see that their whole life is acting, or that they've been being lied to, or that they are, whatever they're doing is a lie for other people. And it has nothing to do with their own love for their own selves, their own well-being. What's good for them? What's good for their future? What's good for what's not good for their bodies? Why are people having so much deprivation of sleep and food and having certain of hours of when they can have free time to go see their children or not? Why they're not allowed to, it's just so much constant. Every single fucking step of our childhood was like this. There was no childhood. It's like hard to even say childhood. Whew. All right, guys, I'm going to go to questions and thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I'm going to be more organized tomorrow. I'm going to get prepared for my little video with Jenna Miscavige. She'll let you know whenever that's coming out. That's on her, and I'm so excited that she asked me to be a part of that. And then if I have more energy, I'll do another live tomorrow. So cheers to all y'all, and let me get some questions and show some love and support to my peeps. Joni Cummings, you sweetheart angel baby again. Lara, you're stronger than you realize. LARA FM, remember, no matter what you're going through, you have a beautiful soul, and we love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Joni. That's very sweet. And you're very appreciated by a lot of people. And I know that you know that. And thank you for also reminding us. $5, $2, $10, $50. We fucking love it. It reminds us little lifts and little joys of happiness. Thank you so much. Beans Brown, you talking about this right now equals you succeeding. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. That's very nice. And I also very much like your green either wig or whatever that is. That's excellent. And are you wearing a goldenrod or is that just your cute little yellow? It's probably not even you. Anyways, thank you so much for your support and love and understanding. And yes, succeeding comes in many, many forms, y'all. Woo. Oh, thank you, Miranda. You're holding your vape pen like a mic and it's sending me. I got the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Willie Weed, thank you for being here. Rev Girl, hi, hi, hi. Hi, Goldie, again, thank you. Rev Girl, yep. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Sippity, sippity. When you're here with me, we get a drink, we get a smoke, we get a chat. It's like being in a living room, Cheers. In fact, on that note, why don't we just spark one up while I say goodbye to y'all for the night, and then maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow at some point. Did I forget my lighter, guys? Nope, I didn't. I couldn't do that. Cheers, my sweet angels. Ooh, yeah. Lara, your arm warmers are sweet. That's what they're called. They're my, it's starting to get sort of, chillier here in the Los Angeles, Cali time. So they're it's better than wearing a big jacket, you know what I mean? And don't forget, guys, don't forget to rock slam that like button. We gotta keep those cute little likes and subscriptions going so that just because it's fun and it's great and it's beautiful and it's supportive. Hi, Sarita Fisher. Hello, everyone. Yep. Spark it up if you got it. And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask them. Put the big question sign, just put in caps question before we end off here. If you got them, otherwise I'll see you beautiful angel people tomorrow. Willie Weed said, I also had blonde hair and dark eyebrows as a kid. Well, good for you, dear honey boy. He said, so did my brother and sister. Maybe we're related. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, guys. Lara loved the photos. Good. I'm glad. There was only a few tonight, but I'll get some more. Guys, did I just throw myself out? I think I threw myself out. Did I? Tell me if I did. Sorry if I did. Yep. Somebody said, where is Lara? Sorry. I threw myself. Somehow I swiped. This is what happens when you start getting smoky. Are you guys still there? We're still there? Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, my little sweetie pies. Let's run through this. Hi, Jen, sweetheart, angel baby. Thank you for my cup. Thank you, Apostate Alex. Well, thank you, Jen, for supporting Apostate Alex. And then I put my little LARA FM, little splash on it. Cheers. Y'all are so strong. Y'all are so beautiful. Thank you. And you know what is really cool? I love seeing the people in the comments and the chats and all that. Thank you, Jane. Bye, kiddo. I love y'all. Tokety toke, everybody. Let's go. All right, Jody. Love you. Good night. I'm sure my microphone is just probably really loud, or it's just me, whatever. Love you guys. See you soon. I'll do I'll do episode 15 soon. Lone Dinosaur, you're so cute. Ooh, I'm late. Don't matter. Lone Dinosaur 13. I'll be chatting soon if anybody's here or not. You know me. We got LARA FM and we got the LARA FM doll. I mean, look at how cute we are. We could probably just talk forever like this, huh? All right. Well, me and Lara got to go have a conversation. Thank you guys so much. We're going to talk about deep questions and start, getting all this YouTube stuff real organized and sweet. Thank you again for all your guys' support. Love you all. If I couldn't be clearer, come see us soon. See you on the next one. See you tomorrow if y'all are around. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wait, we want to do... How do I... Oh. Hey. Don't mess this up, Lara. This is your first live. All right, guys. Lara's going to press the countdown button. Are you ready? Yeah. You, Lara. Okay. Bye.
Somebody is searching